not sure when the cut-off is to stop saying Happy New Year, but yeah, it's a weekend now, so I'm going to stop saying it for now. Sorry I haven't posted anything over the Christmas period. It's just been too busy with deliveries and things. So, well, it has cooled down a bit now, which is good, so I can carry on doing getting the stocks up again. Because I'm going to be bottling, as you can see, bottling the red today. So, because I haven't got one bottle of red, show you now. So that's it. So I got a couple of IPAs which I bottled the other day, some pale, and about 4 bottles of lager, and that's it. So, and I haven't got anything. Well, I've got 2 lagers brewing, so I've got 3 fermenters empty now because I haven't had a chance to brew. So, plan for this week: bottle today, brew tomorrow, and brew end of the week. So I'll have 4 fermenters free. 4 fermenters full then, and I've managed to get a couple of weeks off work, week after next, so I'm going to be giving it a go down in the new brewery. So I'm going to be spending pretty much every day down there to just get everything right down there. So I'm going to brew down there, and I'm going to build a little cask washer as well, because when I'm brewing down there it'll be about 17-18 casks per brew, which doing that by hand is going to be a nightmare. Yeah, so I'm going to give that a go. Yeah, so as of now, no news to tell you. I've got a couple of meetings coming up over the next couple of weeks with like a couple of wholesalers and things, so fingers crossed I can put something in place by the time I get the first batch done in the new place. So that'll be the plan there. So yeah, just going to crack on with the bottling. So yeah, better get to it. Right, well that's it. Bottling's done for the day. Probably did about 250 odd bottles, so which isn't too bad at all. So a bit more than what I was expecting. So I'm going to leave the bottles acclimatise now. Posh word for saying dry itself. And then I'll label them all tomorrow, and that'll be done. Then I'll have some bottles to sell. What else have I done? I filled the pots ready to go. So I'm going to brew tomorrow. So I'm going to hopefully brew the IPA tomorrow. I just noticed as well on Twitter there's an article that hang on, I get it up now, that the chef from the saucepan has done. So I'm not sure whether you can see it, but that's what it is. And scroll down a bit. He's given us a mention, so which is quite good. So it'll be he just says a bit about the brewery, and then you've got a link to our website then as well. So would have thought it in the Telegraph, so that's quite good. So yeah, we'll see what comes of that now. So if I get a few more orders, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to leave you there today now, and I'll pick you up tomorrow morning when we brew the IPA. Back at the brewery, another day, another dollar, as you say. The pots have been on all night. Well, that one has. It's up to 71 now, so I've given it a bit of a stir. Because there's a coal patch down the bottom where the elements, and just underneath the elements, that's like stone cold, so I've mixed it all up. So we're just waiting for that to heat up again. And the other pot has just been turned on as well. So that's up to over 40 now. And we're brewing the IPA today. It's because I haven't brewed it for about a month now, and that's all I've got is that many bottles. So it's not the best. And I've sold that shelf pretty much 80 odd bottles I've sold already. And I'm going to be labelling these as well, the red that I bottled yesterday, and then nice and dry now as well, so I am going to worry about drying them. So I think I'm going to move them over to these bottles over there maybe, and then get the labelling machine up there. It'll be a bit easier. Yeah, so that is it for today, and hopefully it'll take me a couple of about 6-7 hours, and I'll be in time to pick Annie up from the childminder. almost forgot, we got a bit of news as well. Nothing brewery related, but we're expecting another baby. So in June the 14th. So we're going to be doing it all over again. So yeah, chuffed, really chuffed. But it's going to be a lot of work, and I've got to make this work, the brewery work now, because I just got to make it work. Because like I said yesterday, work-life balance isn't the best at the moment. Oh, did I say that yesterday? Oh, I was thinking it yesterday. Yeah, it's not the best at the moment because the lady's working shifts, I'm working shifts, and I'm up here, so it's not the best. I took a bit of time off Christmas time, and everything's just delayed now about 2 weeks because I was working as well, so it's not the best. So I've got to make it work. I've got to. So yeah, so that's it. On a good note, I'll leave you on a good note. I'll do a bit of time-lapse things. I'm not going to show you much today because you've seen me brew before. Yeah, so I'll pick up the camera now and again, and you can see what I'm doing. Right, mash is done. So I just filtering out. So it's at the end of the well, in the mash now, everything's mixed up together. So we need to get everything sunk down to the bottom, all the grains to compact down to act as like a filter for the wort. It's a funny word for sugary water, really. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking a couple of jugs out and then recirculating it. So it's not looking too bad, really. So it's looking quite clear. Steaming up a bit, sorry. But when you come to the end, you'll see a couple of there we go. If you can see that, there's a couple of grains. So we don't want that in the beer. Show you again. So we don't want all that, because if you boil that, it'll be really bitter. It'll take all the coating off the husk, the outside of the grain. So that makes it really bitter. So we don't want that. So do this a couple more times. Transfer all the liquid into there. Boil kettle, and then we can rinse it with that water then. So we've got the hot water coming down there, and it's through this spinny thing. It's called the spar jam. So that's rinsing all the sugars and all the goodness off the grains, and it's stopping the the enzymatic reaction of the conversion. So what it basically means is stopping the sugars converting, because there's only certain types of sugars that we can convert to alcohol then. So I'm not going to bore you with that anymore. So it's coming through there into here. So put it up a bit. So, and that's the what we're going to boil then. So with this, it's just sugary water, sugary liquid, and we're going to boil the hops in that to get the most flavour out of it. And then we're going to put the yeast in. So we're halfway through the brew day, so it's not going too bad at the moment. Right, well that is it for the day. Well, kind of. Brewing is done for the day. So I just got to clean that out. And it's sitting at 19 degrees, which is good. So I just pitched the yeast now, so that's great. So it's gone from 100 degrees to 19 degrees in one pass, which is really good. So it shows how cold the water is, so the mains water. And when you cool it that quickly, you get a clearer beer. So you can see there. Zoom in a bit. Yes, you can see a bit of proteins in there, but down the bottom there's a massive pile there. So if it wasn't cooled that quickly, you get all that coming up into the beer itself. and then it'll be a lot cloudier, which we don't want for beer. So you want a nice clear beer. Yeah, so that's it. I've done a bit of labelling now. I'm going to be doing a bit more, but I've got to pick Annie up in an hour or so, so I'm going to do that, and later we'll be home by about 6ish hopefully, so we can spend a bit of time together. And then tomorrow I'm going to be doing a bit of work in the house. I've got to do this accreditation called salsa accreditation, nothing to do with dancing or salsa, the food, the dip. I'm not sure what it stands for. It's like I'm not sure what it stands for, but it's pretty much food hygiene on steroids really, so you've got to think about everything. So you've got to have this accreditation to sell to places like Castle Towel, the Co-op and supermarkets and things like that, you know. So that's what I want to do in the new brewery, is to start selling to those types of places. So I've got to do this first, so it's going to be a hell of a lot of work, but it's got to be done. So that's on the agenda for tomorrow. Trying to think what else I've got for the end of the weekend. I'm going to be doing something up here anyway, whether it's kegging the lager or brewing another brew, so we'll see. So I'm going to leave you there today, and we'll see you on Saturday probably. See you on Saturday. Hi, morning all. Another day. It's Saturday today, and I'm going to be kegging the lager, so that'll be good to get that in the bottle again. So I'm going to be kegging that one, because that one is full and that one is full of lager, and that's full of the IPA, which I'm going to have to dry hop today hopefully. All depends on the gravity reading, so I'll do that later. And that'll be it then for the week. I got a big week next week because I'm off, and hopefully I'll be able to get the new place up and running, and I'm going to be doing a stout as well. So fingers crossed that works out, and then we'll be able to get that in the bottle, and I'll be able to have the five like core beers then in our range. So I've got the lager, the red ale, IPA, pale ale, and I'll have a stout. So it'll cover all bases. So hopefully that'll work out alright. I just need to come up with a recipe first, and a name and a label. Yeah, so it's a lot of work to do. But yeah, I'm just going to crack on with the keg now. Hopefully it won't be long, because I'm working tonight and I need a bit of sleep before I go in. So stay tuned. Right, well that's the keg in almost done. So I've done the two kegs, and getting on to the third now. So it's really nice and clear. I've had a bit of a taste of it, and it's quite nice. So I'm looking forward to tasting that one in a week or so when it's nice and carbonated. Yeah, that's it for this week now. So sorry it's been a bit of a boring one, but next week should make up for it. Not promising anything, but it should make up for it, because we've got a busy one. Like I said, we've got probably going to be brewing the red down here on Monday. Then hopefully I come up with a good porter recipe for the porter, and I come up with a name and do a bit of research on the name of it. Then down the new brewery on Tuesday cleaning, then Wednesday brewing. Hopefully it'll work out alright. If not, I've got plenty of time to do a couple of batches down there anyway. So I don't want to get it wrong that many times, because it does cost quite a bit for the ingredients. So but time I'm okay with for the next 2 weeks or so. Yeah, so that is it. So I'm trying to think if I've got anything else. With the salsa accreditation, hopefully I'm going to get a bit of help. So I emailed Food Centre Wales or something. So they've sent me a form that I need to fill in to get help to fill in the other forms. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of help to do that, because it is quite a lot of work and I need to do it quite quickly. Yeah, so that's it. So hope you enjoyed. Hope I didn't bore you too much again. Next week will be better, I promise. But yeah, there we are. Have a good weekend, everyone, and a good week, and we'll see you next week in the new brewery.